Happy Wednesday, September 6th, 2023. My name's Kevin Smith. Thank you so much for tuning into Loud Majority Live. Sorry for the late start today. First week of school traffic. There's 50% more cars on the road than there usually is. So traffic getting into the office was a little bit rough today. A lot of people apparently they were all late to get to school today, so that made everyone else be late. Happens. It happens the first week of school. So I do apologize about that. But before we get started, guys, hit the thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like button. Also, guys, make sure you guys are checking out the Rumble page more than the Facebook, more than the YouTube, because let's be honest here. Rumble is the new place to be. So if you guys are watching on any other network or any other platform, please do check out the Loud Majority page on Rumble. Let me throw that in the live chat real quick. Before we get rocking and rolling, a couple of announcements before we keep rocking and rolling. Obviously, you guys know, September 17th, we're going back. Oh, let me switch that up. September 17th, we're going back to Montauk. I hope to see everybody there. We'll be starting at the Seaford train station, making our way all the way to the end. We're lining up at 10 o'clock, leaving at 12, heading all the way out to the end. We decided to do a little bit earlier this year, a little bit earlier than we usually do. So somebody told me it was the fourth. I said it was the third Montauk rally. It's actually the fourth annual Montauk rally. So guys, don't miss out on that. I hope to see everybody there. It's going to be a good time, as it always is. So let's dive right on into the big story coming out. Apparently, the NYPD has agreed to reform how it responds to protests following the claims of false arrest and excessive force during the BLM demonstrations in 2020. So that's awful to hear, just as we see that the crime and the illegal immigrants have continued to escalate throughout New York City, throughout our great city. It's good to know that, God forbid, there are any protests, any BLM protests. I'm sure the protests will be handled differently depending on what exactly it is you find yourself protesting. Now, with that being said, luckily, on our end, we don't have to worry about it because we don't get violent when we do our protests, as we're going to show in just a minute with some of the raucous emotion coming out of Staten Island. The great Curtis Lewa, Scott Lebedo, John Tobacco have been leading the protests on Staten Island against the migrant shelter being put there, and they are not stopping. They are continuing to rock and roll when it comes to stopping this influx going on. Also, I do want to get to a story out of Long Island in a little bit that everyone seems to be talking about, that everyone's a little bit confused about, but we'll talk about that in a second. The NYPD has agreed on Tuesday to dramatically reform its response to protests in a settlement with New York State Attorney General Letitia James and the New York chapter of the ACLU and the Legal Aid Society, which argued in lawsuits that NYPD officers used excessive force and made false arrests during the BLM riots, or Newsday calls them demonstrations, but we all know they were riots. The settlement filed in the Southern District of New York calls for the NYPD to use a tiered response system to standardize the size of the police presence at demonstrations and require officers to engage in de-escalation tactics before calling for larger deployments. The department has agreed to end the use of crowd control tactics known as kettling, or corralling protesters into a confined area. Now, of course, we all know the reason you do that, the reason somebody does that, is so that if you get all the protesters in a confined area, it's easier to arrest them. That way they're not hopping from subway to subway, causing mayhem all over the city. But apparently Letitia James doesn't really seem to care about that. James filed a lawsuit against the NYPD, alleging a pattern of excessive force and false arrests during the peaceful protests in January 2021. We know that they weren't peaceful, but Letitia James is a communist, so no one would expect anything else. While the Legal Aid Society and the NYCLU sued the city in October of 2022. Two private lawsuits also said police used excessive force against private citizens and members of the media. Quote, "It's startling that a city would agree to do all this without a trial," said Fred Klein, the former chief of the Major Offense Bureau for the Nassau County District Attorney's Office and visiting professor of law at Hofstra University. The plaintiffs must have had a very strong case. Or Letitia James sued the city of New York, which then goes to those local DA's office. It's like your boss suing you. Obviously, if you want career advancement, you're going to go along with whatever the nonsense your boss says. The NYPD's violent response to protests during the 2020 demonstrations for Black Lives made it clear to the world what too many New Yorkers already know, and the NYPD is unable and unwilling to police itself, said the New York City Civil Liberties Union Deputy Director. Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. The ACLU, the ADL, the Southern Poverty Law Center have clearly lost sight of their mission, as we spoke about yesterday with Elon Musk now suing the ACLU, suing the ADL for defamation. The irony, of course, is that the Anti-Defamation League is being sued itself for defamation. I wonder if the good people of Staten Island will be subjected to this same sort of soft on crime crowd control that we're starting to see from the NYPD. Something tells me that's probably not going to happen. Here's Curtis Lewa out on Staten Island yesterday.
Let me let the police know what they're expecting. I'm transparent. Unlike Eric Adams and Hochul and Biden, who are not transparent. You know what it's like when an 18-wheel tractor trailer is driven up and they take the keys and they walk away? Are you ready to start hauling 18-wheel tractor trailers away? That's how concerned men are who own these rigs, who are independent truckers. They will sacrifice their rig. They're not letting any illegals into this school. You can tell your commander-in-chief, your general-in-chief, Eric Adams, we're doing everything. Trucks, vans, cars, from the junkyard will be laid out. Nobody's going to get in and out. Not even you.
Yeah! And Curtis Lee was absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct. Here's one more of him.
I thought it was supposed to be to go after criminals. Are we criminals? Who's operating that drone? That's an NYPD drone. How dare you? How dare you? You cannot be trusted. You have sold out to Eric Adams. Drones over a First Amendment right, free speech rally, a wall to block citizens, but to allow illegal aliens in. You are being facilitated to violate our rights. We are not going to tolerate this.
And obviously Curtis Lee has been leading the fight to protect this city for quite some time. The people of Staten Island just are not having it. They are not having it with this illegal immigrant shelter being put up across the street from a school. Here's footage of what appears to be Scott Lebedo stopping a city bus full of migrants from dropping them off. We need more things like this.
Or even Joe Biden and his filthy full of white.
It is unreal, the scenes coming out of Staten Island. I hope to be able to make it down there this week to support them. If you're in the area, I know Staten Island is, an hour and a half away from everybody. But if you're able to support these great American patriots, please do so, because they certainly need our support in their endeavors out there. They need to know that we have their back, because unfortunately too many people simply do not have their back, simply don't have their back. We're going to move on to a local story that everybody seems to be a little bit confused about because some people don't know how to do their jobs. We're going to get to that in a minute. Before we do, a quick word from Mike Lindell.
Over the last 20 years, with all your support, we've been able to not only launch the original MyPillow, but also the MyPillow mattress topper, Giza Dream bed sheets, My Slippers, and the MyPillow bath towels. But there's so much more. In fact, we have over 200 products, and I'm so confident that you'll love each and every one of them that when you go to MyPillow.com now, you'll immediately receive a free gift valued at $20 just for checking out the website. No purchase necessary. Get everything from MyPillow blankets, sleepwear, kitchen towels, mattresses, duvets, pet beds, body pillows, comforters, couch pillows, bathrobes, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And remember, just for checking out MyPillow.com, you'll immediately receive a free gift valued at $20. No purchase necessary. This is a limited time promotion, so go to MyPillow.com now.
Once again, I want to thank Mike Lindell and the great people over at MyPillow. Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com. Promo code LOUD, that's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD, for up to 80% off everything on the website. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. Once again, as we keep rocking and rolling, guys, the 4th annual Montauk Rally is coming up. It's on the Facebook page, it's on the Twitter, it's on everything. Please share this flyer out. I hope to see all of you. I know people have been calling for the rallies to come back, and here they are. It's September 17th, lining up at 10 a.m., leaving at 12 noon, heading all the way out to the end. We're going to upset some liberals out in the Hamptons, and it's going to be a hell of a time. It's going to be a hell of a time, as it always is. So, once again, guys, hit the like button if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on Rumble, hit the thumbs up button or the plus sign, whatever that may be down there. Hit the follow button. Tag your friends to like the page so they never miss out on anything we've got going on, rocking and rolling. Two more little announcements. This Saturday, I will be at the East Northport Street Fair. If you guys want to come on down and say hello, I'll be there. And then Sunday, I'll be at the Wisconsin Street Fair, registering voters, getting out in the community, getting people involved. So working on library board elections, as we always do. So if you guys want to come down, help out, volunteer, we certainly would love the help. We certainly would always love the help. Now, we got to talk about a thing that isn't happening on Long Island that everybody seems to be talking about. There was supposed to be, or there was going to be, or there was a rumor about Kathy Hochul coming to Kings Park on Thursday. She is not coming to Kings Park on Thursday. Someone said that. I guess it didn't make it down the chain of command at certain somebody's office. There is no groundbreaking ceremony on Thursday. It was canceled. Also, as far as migrants go, as far as illegals go in Suffolk and Nassau County, I've gotten word from higher-ups in the county that you guys need to understand, despite what you will see on Facebook, because a lot of people read things and they put out nonsense. Suffolk County and Nassau County, both Steve Ballone and Bruce Blakeman, have put restraining orders on the state. As it currently stands, there is no legal means for Eric Adams or Kathy Hochul to put illegal immigrants in Nassau and Suffolk County. We have a binding legal document preventing the state from placing illegals on any state-owned property inside of the counties. Now, with that being said, sure, can illegals just get on the train from New York City and come out here? Yes. I'm talking about a state-sanctioned migrant facility out here in Nassau and Suffolk County. That cannot happen. The reason they are allowed to do this is because there are resources required to accommodate the illegal immigrant population, which are a tax on the residents of each county. The city follows very different rules as far as the state goes than Nassau and Suffolk counties do, because of the entity that is New York City, that is all-encompassing in the 5 boroughs. You can't just sneak migrants into a jurisdiction without making it without making legally required notifications. However, I think it's important that each and every resident go to their state senator, go to their assembly person, whether they be Democrats or Republicans, get them on the record saying whether or not they would support it. It's time to start holding these people accountable. You guys know I will never kiss the ass of the establishment on this show. That's why they hate me. That's why they hate you, whether they are Republican or Democrat. It's important to understand that. But a lot of stuff has been going around saying that the Kings Park Psych Center or the Massapequa Mall or any of the dead areas, quote, dead areas we have in the state of New York will become migrant camps. That is not happening. That is not happening. Rest assured, it's not happening. With that being said, I know that out in Riverhead, they are dealing with an influx of illegals making their way here on their own. That is being addressed. Once again, I hope to make it out there one day this week to get some footage of that so that we can start holding some of these people accountable. But there will be no state-sanctioned, county-sanctioned illegal immigrant facilities here in Suffolk County. At least for the foreseeable future. At least for the foreseeable future. It's important that if you see something like that on one of your social medias, everybody just pump the brakes. Believe me, there is nothing I would love more than Kathy Hochul to come to Suffolk County. Nothing I would love more. As a matter of fact, I would tell her to come here so that we could just ruin her press conference. But alas, that is not happening. That has been canceled. A lot of people have heard that this is going to be happening. It's not, unfortunately, for all of us, because I know you, like me, would relish Kathy Hochul coming to Long Island so that we could tell her exactly what we think of her, that our governor is, in fact, an idiot. But alas, that is not happening. Alas, that is not happening. Also, guys, with school starting up, let me know when your school board meetings are. You know, I want to attend as many as I possibly can. I can't make all of them, unfortunately. I missed a meeting in Elwood the other day, unfortunately. I want to try to make all of them, as we've always done here at the Loud Majority, despite what some idiots want to say. You guys know that we are here to be your resource if and when you need the help at your school boards to apply pressure on them to stop putting porn in the schools, to stop indoctrinating your children. Guys, we're gonna keep rocking and rolling here. It's almost election season. John, that's called posturing. That's called posturing. Plus, I think D'Esposito has parts of Queens. Let me see. CD4 map. NYCD4 map. Yeah, he's got a little bit of Queens, so, in his district, so. Plus, you know, we all know that politicians that are probably going to lose their race like the posture, but he's got a little bit of the Belt Parkway in there, so that's why. But, oh, who knows? Maybe I know more than Anthony D'Esposito. I'm just kidding. Of course I do. Of course I know more. That's why I'm fairly certain he's not going to be a congressman next year. But that's neither here nor there. So, guys, once again, if you have any tips about anything going on, remember, everyone, you are a journalist at your local school boards. You're a journalist, guys. Take out that phone. Take out that phone and record these people saying complete and utter nonsense. Send it on over, and I promise you I will get it to where it needs to go. I will get it to where it needs to go. So once again, Kathy Hochul not coming to Long Island, despite what some people are saying. I can promise you that. Not coming to Long Island. We're going to wrap up, guys. I want to make sure everyone gets to school on time today. I know it's back to school week. So all you parents out there, you get a little bit of a vacation, which I'm sure you're all very excited about. Guys, if you have any tips, send them over. You know, I'm pretty accessible. Everyone knows where my office is. Everyone knows how to get in contact with me if you guys need any help with anything. I am here to be your resource. I'm here to be your resource. Also, If there's anybody that's going to be out on Staten Island, let me know. Let me know, and we'll have ourselves a little bit of fun. Guys, we're going to wrap right now. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in as we round off this first week, as we jump into the first week of school. Keep the pressure on these people, guys. Keep the pressure on. The minute we let off the gas is the minute they take advantage of it. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys are tuning in at rumble.com/LFATV at 1 p.m. for the 1 o'clock show. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. And don't forget, Montauk, baby. Let's go. September 17th, 10 a.m. We're lining up. 12 p.m. We're leaving. If you are on the east end of Long Island and you want to jump on in, we're leaving at 12. Just wait for us on the service road, guys. I can't tell you what time each one of us will exactly be there. However, it's going to be a lot of fun, as it always is. So hopefully, if I don't see you guys at the East Northport Fair or at the Wisconsin Street Fair, hopefully I will see you guys over in Montauk. Until Friday morning, everybody, don't let off the pressure, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Stay loud.